Can tell you that free baits to treat grain are part of a $50 million government's rescue package to help rural New South Wales tackle the mouse plague. Free baiting through free of charge grain treatment will be available to primary producers. Affected rural and town households will be able to apply for rebates of up to $500 and small businesses up to $1,000 to help meet the cost of buying mouse baits. The Agriculture Minister this morning said that he's seeking urgent approval to use chemicals that are at the moment apparently banned in New South Wales. Bromadiolone is the one. It's currently outlawed in Australia, but it is the strongest mouse poison we can get anywhere on the planet, and will actually kill these things within 24 hours, according to Mr Marshall. He says the free baiting grain treatment locations will be up and running in a couple of weeks. An advisory committee will also be created with the likes of the CSIRO, the Department of Regional New South Wales, Local Land Services, Department of Primary Industries, Resilience New South Wales, who really should have been involved in this probably during the first outbreak. But anyway, I have no dramas at all. In fact, the Minister is there, which is great. Adam Marshall, good morning to you.
Morning, Marcus. How are you?
Oh, good. You're a hard man to track down, but look, I understand that you're busy. But this is good news that I'm hearing. We're doing something about this horrific mouse plague now.
Yes, we are, Marcus. An
Wonderful.
Unprecedented $50 million package today, and not just providing. We're not talking about providing a cut price or rebates to primary producers and croppers to bait against mice. We're going to provide as government free baits to primary producers to remove all of that cost, and also use a poison chemical for mice that is never been used in Australia because it's currently illegal. We've sought emergency approval from the Commonwealth Government to import and distribute free of charge to farmers bromadiolone, which is the most toxic chemical we can find on the face of the earth that will knock down these mice within 24 hours rather than 3 days, which zinc phosphide does. But beyond that, Marcus, we're also going to extend support to households, people that live in rural towns, on farms, also small businesses that are being impacted, and giving them rebates to cover the cost of the mouse baits and products that they're using to try and keep the vermin out of their homes. Look, we've never seen a plague like this in New South Wales history, and so that's why we're taking these unprecedented steps, because nothing has worked that we've tried to implement to date. So we're literally doing the equivalent of trying to napalm these things, because if we don't knock them down by spring, we're in big, big trouble.
Well, that's right, and I congratulate you and the government on moving on this, because it was getting to the point, you've been told, that it was affecting not only the future crops, the winter crop was at risk, but we had awful stories of these mice getting into people's homes. They're getting into commercial outlets, including supermarkets, getting into stock and all the rest of it. It's become a mental health issue in some parts of regional New South Wales, and quite possibly even a health issue because of the stink and the drama that they cause, these pesky little things.
Look, the toll that they take is well beyond just a sheer economic toll in terms of lost fodder or lost crops. It is as all of those factors, as you said. And look, I live in the northwest of the state. I've been on dozens and dozens of properties to see the sheer damage they do. And look, if you don't see it with your own eyes, it's hard to understand the toll that it takes, particularly after we've gone through almost every other sort of natural disaster, anything that Mother Nature can throw at us west of the Great Divide. She's done that, and now she's thrown these at us as well. And usually Mother Nature takes care of itself, with winter traditionally knocking these pests down in numbers, but they're resilient buggers, and that's why we're stepping up our game now as well.
Oh, well, that's wonderful, Adam, because we were starting to worry about, our listeners, particularly in the central west of New South Wales, in Bathurst and Orange and down along the Murray-Darling. Helen Dalton was here yesterday telling us how bad it was getting, and something did need to be done. But I understand, it takes a little while to put these things into place. Will there be a hotline number or some sort of communication set up between the government and these rural communities? In other words, how can they find out more information about it, Adam?
Yes, they can contact their local land services office and talk to the staff there. Local land services will be actually delivering these free baits through treatment stations in the hotspot areas of the state. So they should get in touch with their local land services office to get all those details of those stations. But also, we are running a number of free workshops right across the state and online to come and get the latest information about where to get baits, what products are available. A lot of businesses that sell baits aren't even aware of the variety of products that are available, tailored to different sort of situations. So we've got all that information that we're trying to distribute to people to give them not only access to the best gear in terms of baits, but tell them where to get it and how to properly apply it to have maximum effect. Because if you've never done it before, you might just throw baits out. But actually, if you do it in accordance with the expert advice, it'll be far more effective than just throwing them out willy-nilly. So we're trying to cover off on that aspect as well.
Well, that's right. I mean, this, after all, is poison. We do need to be very careful how the community deals with setting these bait traps and ensuring that everybody else is kept safe while we deal with this mouse plague like we've never seen for quite some time. Minister, well done. Thank you so much for coming on the program. I'm sure that there'll be a lot of people around regional New South Wales breathing a sigh of relief today.
No, thank you, Marcus, and thank you for your interest in the issue and the light that you've shone on this issue, particularly for some of your metropolitan listeners as well. It's much appreciated.
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Adam Marshall, who is the New South Wales Agricultural Minister. And look, I've been a little critical of how long this has taken, but I do accept and I do understand and appreciate that you can't just snap your fingers and organise something as obviously or complex. The point being that the government has heard the concerns, particularly over the last 24 hours, and they have acted appropriately. You can't ask for more than that, and I think that's a wonderful reaction from the state government, including the Agricultural Minister. So make sure, if you are in one of those areas affected by this horrific mouse plague, you do take advantage of this program that's been set up by the state government. There will be free baiting through free of charge grain treatment available to primary producers, free baits to treat grain. It's all a part of this $50 million government support package to help rural New South Wales tackle the mouse plague. Well done. 13 12 69, the open line number.